that the shenanigans that Mnangagwa is at, especially regarding the Ministry of Health. I will try to actually put you into picture on what has been happening, especially during the tenure of Mnangagwa as the president within the Department of Health, and clearly showing you that something is at play done by Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa. From the look of things, the Minister of Health, that is Dr. Douglas Mombeshora, I think he is not a favorite to Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa. He does not trust him. It's not because of performance, because in Zimbabwe you are not appointed based on performance. Rather, you are appointed on conditions you are going to be loyal to each and every actually directive that may be given from time to time by the bedroom of Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa. Greetings and welcome on your lovely channel, that is the Hloniphani Global News. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we film live, guess what, you become the very first one to watch us. Firstly, there is this surprise visit to the hospitals in Zimbabwe. We know that it falls under the ministry of Dr. Douglas Mombeshora. Firstly, let's rewind back. Before this happened, we've got Dr. Mombeshora being attacked by the current youth minister of Emerson Mnangagwa, that is Tino Machakai. The minister wrote a lengthy statement inviting Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa to do what he eventually honored few days ago, of which in my view this is a movie that is at play, and definitely it is aiming at something. It is not just an isolated movie. This movie seeks to achieve something. So we've got a youth minister who actually write a long statement making false claims that he went to see his relative in hospitals, and the hospitals are in a dire state. They require not the attention of the minister. And in fact, also take this into consideration. This is another minister. And in simple terms, this minister is focusing on another ministry. And in simple terms, he was simply saying the Ministry of Health is failing to do its job, reporting it to the president so that the president can actually take action on his own. Now we know in so-called revolutionary political parties, the statements said by youths, especially that are targeting some cronies within a political party, understand that those statements are not isolated from the influence of another faction within ZANU-PF. Douglas Mombeshora may not be playing the role that the faction of Mnangagwa, or may be standing in the way of Mnangagwa to loot, particularly in the name of the health ministry in Zimbabwe. So I'm sure I've explained, I've talked about at length about the two scandals that have emerged since Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa actually visited the group of hospitals. Boom, he visits. That visit honoring what was said by this Tino Machakai. Now, if you look at these incidences, they are all aiming. The surprise visit did not have the Minister of Health. This minister, Dr. Douglas Mombeshora, he was not there, which means the president also surprised the minister. The minister was not part of that intervention, which means the person whom Mnangagwa is looking for, it is actually the Minister of Health. Now, having visited and seen the state of health, of which it has been chronicled as a deteriorated health standard, which is, by the way, is not something that started today. It started since 1980. Robert Mugabe inherited a thriving health system, and when he came into power, he collapsed everything that was thriving in Zimbabwe. That is the truth. Now, and also, why now I'm dealing with the aspect why Mnangagwa is targeting Dr. Douglas Mombesho. Is it because he's part of the faction of retired General Chiwenga? Now, let's go back. Before, we remember that Chiwenga ended up occupying the Ministry of Health. White and the initial Minister of Health was the preferred candidate for Emerson Mnangagwa was Obadiah Moyo. Obadiah Moyo is a favorite. That minister who actually manufactures hairstyles. So to appear young, as old as he is, he wants to appear like a small boy. You know, he doesn't want to appear to have a bald like me, but obviously older than me, not appreciating that the age has taken toll of him. So, Obadiah, let me focus. So, Obadiah Moyo, remember, he was accused of COVID-related mismanagement. There were a lot of funds that, again, Mnangagwa took from the state in the name of COVID. Now, during that particular period, there were numerous living generals, especially who had assisted Mnangagwa to be president. So, which means the influence of the military in that administration of Emerson Mnangagwa was too much. I mean, he was asked to account left, right, and center. That is why, realizing that there was too much corruption, Chiwenga decided, let me actually handle the Minister of Health, even though he actually did worse. I mean, you can't put someone without health expertise to manage the health affairs. That is disaster. Anyway, that is why Zimbabwe is where it is. It is because we've got a lot of these bogus doctors. Some of them, these doctors that we are mentioning, Dr. So and so, it has to be verified one day on how did they obtain these doctorates. They went through Zoe. I don't think maybe he had even enough O levels. He's now a doctor all of a sudden. You see, these dodgy doctors, can he write a dissertation? I don't know. Anyway, that's the question for another day. So, what he and Mnangagwa may be aiming to do, and Dr. Douglas Mombeshora may be one of the good men. You know, Mnangagwa does not need someone good in government because you stop his looting. So, very soon, from the look of things, he may fire this minister. This minister is one of the good ministers, like I think your fortune chas. So he does not want to work with such individuals. He loves to work with individuals like Mthuli Ncube. We have tried to run banks, failed, who are willing to do anything to get money. You see, these are the ministers who can even be manipulated, not be pretending to be a minister, whilst my son is the real minister, to look at the funds, how much money you have generated. When the son sees there is money there, he tells the father, we need to get that money, create a program. We give a tender to a company that we have created, that we are managing, but we will give that Zimbabweans an impression that this is a foreign company, so that if service is not delivered, we will say this foreign company did not deliver a service. By the way, why are they offering tenders to foreign companies instead of offering tenders to local companies in Zimbabwe? That's the other question. So from the look of things, knives are out for the current minister, Dr. Douglas Mombeshora, and maybe Mnangagwa may be envying to retain his friend Diamoy. Individuals such as Owen Mnangagwa Don't ever think these individuals are not going to return to government, particularly if the faction of Mnangagwa becomes successful, of which I said they are very slim chances. The last time I was saying 90 to 10, but now 99.9. These are 0.1%. You see, that Mnangagwa can succeed according to my predictions because of his own miscalculations. Thank you very much for watching us. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. You can support this channel financially by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. To remember also to support my other channel for music, that is Tony Pani Digital Music. Search